Hi there, good afternoon. Myself Sanat Kumar Swai and a faculty at Vedang Institute of Technology. Today we'll be discussing about the right attitude in an organization, in the organizational behavior. Okay. So in the previous class we had discussed about the importance of positive attitude, right attitude in an organization. In this session we'll be discussing about the right attitude. What is the right attitude in an organization? Okay, and how it is going to help an organizational setting. Okay, so what do you mean by right attitude? What do you mean by right attitude? We have discussed about the what do you mean by attitude, and what is the importance of attitude. So in this class we'll be discussing about the right attitude. Okay, what do you mean by right attitude, and how it is going to help the organization in its success or its productivity. So, and how we are going to foster the right attitude, we'll be discussing in the next few slides. Positive mindset. You need to have a positive mindset. What do you mean by positive mindset? And how you need to promote positive mindset within an organization? See, as a human, we are bound to make mistakes, right? Every human being has to, cannot make I mean, it's nothing like any human being. They are not going to make mistakes, and they are 100% uh, uh, error free. We cannot say that. Definitely, as a human being, we are bound to make mistakes, and when somebody makes mistake, how we are going to um, look at that situation, how to handle those situations if a mistake has been done in an organizational setting. Okay, so that all depends upon the leadership quality. Okay, how better you the leaders of an organization, they have a positive mindset. So if you have a positive mindset, then definitely that is going to uh, I mean um, you need to encourage the employees, okay, in an organization, that yes, mistakes happen. Okay, so we can overcome that problems, we can overcome that challenges. Okay, so the leaders should have a positive mindset, and that subsequently can be carried forward to the other employees of an organization. Okay, so that is going to help the organizations or the employees motivation and the overall attitude towards their work. Okay, so if, let's say for example, a leader in any organization, they're not cultivating a positive mindset, okay, within themselves. Okay, so how can they expect that that positive mindset can be transmitted to the employees? So first of all, they have to practice themselves. Okay, if they are going to practice that positive mindset, then definitely that is going to affect, or that is going to transmit the employees, and subsequently that is going to raise their motivational level, and an overall attitude can be considered or seen towards their work. Okay, so and that will also create a positive optimism. Okay, they will be optimist. Okay, they will have a can do attitude. Okay, no problem, if there is any issue, there is any challenges, no problem, we're gonna have that capability, that we can overcome any kind of challenges, and we can have any kind of can do attitude, no problem. Okay, so how that is going to come? Okay, that is going to be built not in a single day, but that's going to take some time, and that has to be built by positive, having a positive mindset, and that has to be cultivated by the and transmitted by the leaders of the any organization. Okay, now the next point, open communication. You see, communication is a very important aspect in any organization. Okay, and that has to be promoted like anything, and the channel, okay, the channel of communication should be always kept open. Okay, if you visit few organizations, you will see that the channels of the communications, sometimes it has been blocked by various reasons. Okay, So that has to be kept open all the time. Okay. Why? Because if there is a open communication and there's a free flow transmission of communication from the top level to the ground level, or from the ground level to the top level, definitely that is going to help the organization, okay, tremendously in the long run. Believe me, that is going to definitely, that's going to help the organization in the long run. How? Because that also cultivates trust among the team member of any organization. Okay, they feel that, okay, if there is any idea, if there is any idea, okay, there is any feedback, or there is any kind of concerns within an organization, within any employee, okay, so if they feel free to have an open communication with the higher authority, okay, to share their ideas, to share their feedback, okay, then believe me, that is going to be a great um, 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 success for any kind of organizational setting. Okay, why? Because there will be transparent communication, okay, that will foster a trust among the employees in any organization. And if there is a trust in any organization, trust me, that is going to be a drastic change can be seen in any organization if there is a open communication within the higher authority and the employees. Okay. Respect and inclusivity. Respect and inclusivity means, what do you mean by respect? Everybody desires respect. Everybody want respect, but you give respect, you take respect. But that is not so in the case of any organization. That has to be, that should be. Okay. Unfortunately, the way you behave, you may not get that behavior, or you may not get that respect which you are deserving in any organization. Okay. But that should be, and that should be promoted. Why? Because if you are creating an inclusive environment, well, all the employees, they feel that they are valued, okay, they have respect, and their words have been heard. Okay. Whatever they want to say, it has been heard. Then definitely that is going to be the employees uh, think that that is going to that's a enhancement of their self esteem. There is an enhancement of their value, that yes, the organizations values them, okay, and they are being respected in that particular organization. So that is going to be a win-win situation for any organization. Okay. And to celebrate diversity, okay, celebrate diversity, that in multiple organizations, multiple people works, multiple people are being comes to different cultures, different background, different beliefs, okay, to include them, okay, in any organization, to include them regardless of their beliefs, regardless of their ideas, regardless of their background, and and to value them, okay, and respect them. Believe me, that is going to be a win-win situation for any organization, and that is going to be a that is going to help the organization in multiple way in the long run. Okay, so this is one of the points uh, in right attitude. Now, adaptability and flexibility. In the previous classes, we have discussed about adaptability and flexibility. Okay, um, as we have talked about change which is inevitable, and we cannot stop change. But unfortunately, do we like change? If we ask a genuine question to ourselves, do we really like change? I believe 90% doesn't. Okay, if a survey has been done that how many of us like change, definitely 90 to 95% will say that, sir, we don't like change. Okay, why is it? Because there's an unknown fear, fear of losing, fear of not able to perform better, fear of unable to perform in a highly pressurized environment, okay, fear of losing to your peer groups. Okay. So there is an unknown fear. Okay, unable to adapt to that situation, if you are put to rigorous change, then we may or may not be able to adapt to that changes. So a fear remains. Okay, so how do we need to embrace change? What is the way that we can embrace change and we can ask our employees in the particular organization to encourage to adapt that changes and to be flexible? If you're not flexible, okay, you see these days the multinational organizations, MNCs, particularly in the IT sector, you'll see that there are layoffs. They are layoffs of whom? Not of the junior level employees, not of the middle level employees, but of the senior level employees. Okay. Why do they lay off? Because, and you see, when there's a placement, okay, if there is a placement, um, the IT companies, they like to uh, uh, recruit, particularly the younger mass, okay, people from the graduate level. They are being absorbed in a much easier way rather than the highly qualified, maybe PhDs. Okay, why do that? Why do they do that? Because the young masses are prone to adaptability and flexibility. They can easily adapt to any kind of change, and they are much more flexible than the senior people. So we need to encourage adaptability, okay, so that the employees within an organization, they can embrace change and they can navigate the uncertainties. Okay, what do you mean by uncertainties? You see, nothing has been certain and any kind of challenges may arise at any point of time. So if you are not adaptable to the changes which can occur at any point of time, then definitely that is going to hamper the organization, that is going to hamper your personal growth in your workplace. So you have to have the adaptability quality and embrace the changes as and when required. Next, flexibility. Flexibility is also contribute to a positive attitude. So if you are flexible, then definitely that is going to be a great um, I mean um, what do we call um, interim balance. You can balance between your work and work life and your personal life. Okay, if you're having a personal your positive attitude, if you cultivate your positive attitude and you have a flexibility in your work arrangements, then definitely there's going to be a great balance you can in your workplace and your personal life as well. So adaptability and flexibility is also very important in your positive attitude. Okay, and that is can be termed as a right attitude in the organization. Okay, next is team collaboration. What do you mean by team collaboration? How you can collaborate as a team. Teamwork is important, where every employee shares some sort of responsibility and a particular task has been undertaken, a particular assignment has been undertaken, and the goal has been achieved by sharing your responsibilities. Okay, so there has to be a team collaboration. Okay, if there is no team collaboration, there can be no teamwork. No teamwork can be um, teamwork cannot achieve if there is no collaboration. You have to have collaboration within your teammates, within your immediate senior, within your line manager, within your higher authority. Okay, so if there is no collaboration, then definitely that task cannot be done. Okay, and also uh, um, you need to share your knowledge and skills. Okay, for example, the higher authority, they need to share. Sometimes it does happen that the authority or your line manager or your immediate senior, they don't want to share their skills. They don't want to help you uplift. Okay, they just give you a task and they ask you to, we need the I mean, I want that task to be completed in the stipulated time, but how we need to complete the task, whether there is any other concrete way, whether there is any other way to help complete the task in a stipulated time, your teammate is not going to share the skills and knowledge which they have learned during the course of their work. So we need to encourage that we need to share those skills and knowledges which we have learned through various mistakes, through our experiences when we have served in that particular organization. So that is known as team collaboration, and that can be termed as a positive attitude. Okay, that is also one of the positive attitude, that team collaboration. We need to collaborate with our team. Okay, so that is a one of the right attitude. Next is recognition and appreciation. Who doesn't like recognition? Tell me. Who doesn't like recognition? Who doesn't like appreciation? Don't you? Everybody likes recognition. Everybody likes appreciation. A little bit of appreciation can do marvels. A little bit of recognition can enhance that that particular employee's morale, and enhance their creativity or productivity in a much bigger way. Okay, so how do we need to recognize, and how we need to appreciate the employees? That is very important. We need to acknowledge when um, a particular task has been completed, or a particular assignment has been completed by a particular employee. Then definitely we need to acknowledge the hard work of the of that of that particular employee, and appreciate his or her effort. Okay. If you're not going to appreciate, if you're not going to acknowledge, then definitely in the long run, that is going to the employee is going to um, lose his or her morale. The employee is going to lose motivation, the right motivation. The employee can lose the right attitude towards his or her workplace. So appreciating, acknowledging the hard work being put by the employee is very important, and that is going to be one of the important right attitude in the workplace. Okay, and recognition can be of any kind, like that can be a formal recognition, or that can be an informal recognition. So what do you mean by formal recognition? Formal recognition means if you are being given some sort of awards, okay, for your hard work, for your recognition for your hard work, or you have been I mean promoted, any kind of promotions has been done based on your hard work, or any bonuses added onto your work. So that can be a formal recognition. What do you mean by informal recognition? Informal recognitions mean, like if there is a note, okay, if there is a you see, if there is a praise, okay, a thank you note, okay, um, so those things can be termed as an informal uh, um, appreciation. Okay. So the appreciation, recognition can be both formal and informal. Okay, whatever be the case, but there should be recognition, there should be appreciation. Okay, within any organization. So this can also be termed as a positive and a right attitude in an organization. Okay. Next, continuous learning. Continuous learning. Okay, what do you mean by continuous learning? What do you mean by continuous learning? Learning. What do you mean by learning? Students learn, right? Professionals do not learn. I believe that it is as important for a student to learn, a professional to learn, as it is important for a student. So a professional should also be in a continuous stage of learning process. They should continuously learn. I always say, once a student, always a student. You need to be a student always. Don't think that you are a teacher. I myself, I'm a student. I learn a lot from my students. So you need to be a student throughout your life. You need to have some space, leave some space for you to grow. Okay. If there is no space between you and the, there's no point. You are not going to grow. If you have left little bit of space, then there's some chances that you can grow in whatever way. Okay. So there is a continuous learning. You need to learn. Okay. You need to develop yourself. And development and learning process. Okay. Holistic learning. Holistic learning. You can learn and grow both personally and professionally. While you are in a profession, you can grow yourself, you can learn yourself, and personally, in your personal life also, you can grow and learn. Okay. So this kind of mindset, that I need to learn, I need to upgrade myself, okay, I need to innovate myself, I need to adapt myself. Okay. So that is going to be helpful in your overall growth. That may be personal growth, that may be professional growth, and willingness to improve. Okay. Very less people, they believe in willingness to improve. I don't want to improve. That's okay. Wherever I am fine. Okay. See, there is a saying that a rolling stone doesn't gather moss. So if you're rolling, you're not going to gather moss. But a stone which has been left over in the water for a long period of time, you will see that it has grown moss around itself, and that is going to hamper his or her growth. Okay. So the continuous learning can also be termed as one of the positive and right attitude in the organization setting. Okay. Leadership role, very important. Okay. So leadership role plays a very important role in shaping the culture, in shaping the tone, in shaping the overall environment of an organization. Okay. Their behavior, their actions, that is going to impact the entire environment, the entire atmosphere of that particular organization. So leaders have to create examples by being positive, by being empathetic, by being supportive, okay, by being various kinds of examples, various kinds of approaches that can be done. Okay. Though we can expect that leadership practice sympathy, but I believe most of the leaderships, they do not practice empathy. For example, let's say there's an ex employee, okay, and there's a immediate manager or a leader. Okay. So that leader comes up to the employee and say, look, your figures, your performance is not up to the mark. Okay. So if that continues, then definitely you have to bear the brunt. Okay. You have to bear the heat. Okay. So either you pick up, or that's going to be harmful for you. That's been sympathetic. Now, in that case, if a leader who is empathy, who practices empathy in an organization, he comes up and he says, looks, so and so, I've been going through your figures, and I've seen that there's a continuously drop of your figures. I do not know why, but that should not happen, I believe. That's because in your past and background, I do believe that there is something wrong in your performance. May I know what is the problem? Why the figures are going down? If you don't mind, and we can find out a joint solution to that particular problem if you have any. That's been very empathetic. So most of the leadership, they do not practice empathy, and they should practice. Okay, that is also going to help the employees in the long run. So leadership role also plays a very important role, and that can be also termed as a positive um, attitude, a right attitude in an organization. Okay. Now, empowerment. Yeah. What do you mean by empowerment? To empower. Okay. What do you mean by empower? That giving the right, giving the autonomy to the employees to make their own decisions. Not all of the decisions though, but at least few of the decisions that can be taken by the employees themselves. Okay. They should. What happens if we allow them to take some decisions? They feel a sense of responsibility and ownership. You see, these days, what happens if you join an IT company? What happens is that they, in your package like C2C, cost to company, you'll find that you have been given a share in the company. A share has been given in the company for all the employees. Why do a share has been given to the employees? To foster the sense of ownership and responsibility. When an employee has been given any kind of share in that company, and definitely that is going to boost up the employees' ownership and responsibility capability in a much higher way. So you can empower them, you can give them autonomy, and this approach can also be morale and motivation. That can be motivated. The employees can be motivated so that they are being empowered. So empowerment is also one of the key point in the right attitude, in fostering the right attitude in any organization. Okay. Now, work-life balance. You see this work-life balance, though it was not that important few years back, but these days you will see that work-life balance has become a very important aspect in today's world. And most of the organizations, most of the MNCs, they are emphasizing much more on the work-life balance. Why do we need to have a work-life balance in any organization? Because if we have a work-life balance, that is definitely going to enhance your productive capability. You will be more productive. Most of the employees these days, you will find that they are burnout, okay? And they are unable to cope up with their work life and their personal life. There should be harmonious balance. Work-life balance should be there so that they will have a healthy work-life support, a healthy work-life balance in their day-to-day life, and that is going to help that particular employee to put his or her best in the workplace. Okay, so much importance and much emphasis is being given these days to work-life balance. Okay, so this is also one of the positive and um, right impact, right attitude in any organization. Okay, so in conclusion, we see that if we are going to focus on these particular aspects, that where the employees are feeling that they are being valued, they are being motivated, okay, and the right attitude is being fostered in any organization, then that is going to be a win-win situation for any organization, and that's going to increase the productivity level, that is going to increase the innovation skills in any kind of organization, and that is going to be huge success for that particular organization. Okay. So with this, I conclude the right attitude in any organizations, how the right attitude is being fostered, and what is right attitude in an organization. Okay. So thank you very much. If you have any queries, if you have any questions related to this particular uh, session, you can just drop a comment on the comment section. Thank you very much. Thanks.